Hello everybody, how are you? I hope you all are fine. You know that your school has decided to conduct online classes. So today we will discuss about the very first chapter, relations and functions. Relations and functions. So before start the relation, we have to know something about Cartesian product of sets. Cartesian product. Suppose a set A of the element 1, 2, 3 and a set B of the element 4, 5. Okay. Then the Cartesian product of A and B is A cross B. A cross B is a set of element 1, 4, 1, 5, 2, 4, 2, 5, 3, 4, 3, 5. Okay, this is the set A cross B and this is the element of A cross B. Okay, this is called Cartesian product of A and B. Now we have to discuss about the relation. What is the relation? Here relation does not mean a relation between the persons. Here relation means relation between the sets. Okay. Relations. What is the relation? Suppose let A and B be two non-empty sets. Okay, then a relation rho between A and B is a subset of A cross B. What is the relation? Relation is a relation rho between A and B is a subset of A cross B. That means rho is a subset of A cross B. For example, suppose rho is a set of element A comma B such that A is even and A belongs to A, B belongs to B. Okay, that means rho will be, here A is even means here only 2, that means rho will be 2, 4, 2, 5. Okay, suppose A comma B belongs to rho, that means where A belongs to A here and B belongs to B, that means the element A of the set A is related with B of the set B by the relation rho. Okay, that means A of the set A is related with B of the set B by the relation rho. Okay, let us consider another relation rho of the element A comma B such that B less than 5 and A belongs to A, B belongs to B. Okay, that means rho will be the set of element 1, 4, 1, less than 5, that means only second set only 5, second set. Okay, that means 2, 4 and 3, 4. Okay, that means we can define many relations. So the question is how many relations we can define in the set A cross B. The total number of relation we can define is 2 to the power p q, where p is number of element in A and Q is number of element in B. Okay, that means 2 to the power PQ relation we can define in the set of A cross B. Okay. Okay, now we will discuss some type of relation. Okay, type of first of all, let A is the set of element 1 2 3 and B is the set of element 4 5. Then A cross B will be 1 4 1 5 2 4 2 5 3 4 3 5. Okay, now let us define a relation row A comma B such that A is greater than 3 and A belongs to A, B belongs to B. Now tell me, A greater than 3, is there any element A greater than 3? No. So row that means relation will be equal to 5. That means no element contain this relation. In this case we will say row is null relation. Okay, row is null relation. Now universal relation. Suppose a relation defined a row equal to A comma B such that A belongs to A and B belongs to B. Okay, that means A belongs to A means for all A and for all B belongs to B. That means row contain all the elements of A cross B. In this case row is said to be universal. Row is universal relation. That means in this case row equal to A cross B. Here row is subset of A cross B. Row is subset, always row is subset of A cross B. When row equal to A cross B, then it is called universal relation. Okay. Now we will discuss very important type of relation, and they are reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Reflexive, symmetric and transitive, and these three type of relation are very important. Okay, if you able to learn these three type of relation, that means you have done almost 80% of this chapter. Okay, now let's start the relation reflexive. Reflexive, what is reflexive relation? The relation row is said to be the relation row is said to be reflexive if A comma A, if A comma A belongs to row for all A belongs to S, where S is a non-empty set. S is where S is non-empty set. Okay, what is reflection? Reflexive, the relation row is said to be reflexive if A comma A belongs to row for all A belongs to S. S is the non-empty set. Okay, that means A row A hold for all A belongs to S. S is non-empty set. Okay, okay, let us take an example. Let us take an example. Suppose a relation, suppose the relation row is defined on defined on z integer. Okay, I'm going to set by a row b if and only if suppose a minus b is divisible by 5. Okay, we consider a relation rho such that a row b hold if and only if a minus b is divisible by 5. Now let us examine that this relation is reflexive or not. Okay, let an element a belongs to z. Okay, then we can say a minus a always divisible by 5. So a row a hold, we can say a row a hold for all a belongs to z. Okay, so therefore row is reflexive. Okay, now the next one is symmetric. Okay, what is the symmetric relation? The relation rho is said to be symmetric if a row a comma b belongs to row imply b comma a belongs to row for all a b belongs to s. S is non-empty set. That means a row b imply b row a for all a b belongs to s. Let's take an example. The previous example, this is the previous example. A relation rho is defined on Z by a row b if and only if a minus b is divisible by 5. Let us examine this example is symmetric or not. Okay, let a comma b belongs to Z. Okay, and a minus b is divisible by 5. Then this imply b minus a also divisible by 5. So we can say a comma b belongs to row, it's imply b comma a belongs to row. That means a row b imply b row a for all a comma b belongs to not, it is not bracket, for all a comma b belongs to z. That means row is symmetric relation. Okay, symmetric relation. The next one is transitive relation. The relation rho is said to be transitive if a comma b belongs to row, b comma c belongs to row. This imply a comma c also belongs to row for all a b c belongs to s, non-empty set. Okay, that means a row b and b row c, it will imply a row c if this hold then we can say rho is transitive. Okay, for all A, B, C belongs to S. Okay, let us take an example. The previous example, this one. Okay, relation is defined on Z by A rho B if and only if A minus B is divisible by 5. It is transitive or not. Okay. Let A, B, C belongs to Z. Okay, and A minus B is divisible by 5 because A rho B hold. Okay, because A rho B hold and also B rho C hold. That means B minus C is divisible by 5. Why? Because B rho C hold. Okay, now A minus C equal to A minus B plus B minus C. We can write, because minus B plus B, that means it will be vanished. That means A minus C, it is divisible by 5. It is divisible by 5. That means total is divisible by 5. That means A minus C is divisible by 5. So we can say that A rho B hold and B rho C hold. This imply A rho C also hold for all A, B, C belongs to Z. That means rho is transitive relation. Rho is transitive relation. Okay, now the last one is equivalent relation. Equivalent relation. A relation rho is said to be equivalence if rho is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Okay, equivalent relation, that means a relation rho is said to be equivalent relation if rho is reflexive, symmetric and transitive. Then rho is said to be equivalent relation. Okay, today up to that. Next day we will discuss after equivalent relation. Okay.